Econet, proud sponsors of the 2015 Econet Victoria Falls Marathon. Econet, inspired to change your world. The Econet Victoria Falls Marathon is fast becoming one of the greatest marathon experiences on the planet. During the marathon, athletes get to run right next to one of the 7 wonders of the world, the truly magnificent Victoria Falls. The route winds its way through some of the world's most beautiful terrain. The closeness to nature and the immense feeling of being alive. And most importantly, you get to run amongst some of the happiest people you'll ever meet.
We're gonna make you happy. We're gonna make you smile. We're gonna make you happy. We're gonna make you smile.
For us, the spirit of this event and the spirit of all the people that participate is what this event is all about. I mean, this is a holiday destination, and I think the spirit should be a spirit of fun, a spirit of having really a good time. And that was very evident here today. When you just listen to the sound, you listen to the people talking, you see all the smiles. Yeah, I think the spirit was the thing that won here today, and we as Econet are really proud to be associated with that.
Welcome to Econet's Marathon Victoria Falls 2015! Yay! We're here for fun!
This year we saw a huge increase in the number of entrants in the 3 categories: the fun run, the 21-kilometer half marathon, and the 42-kilometer full marathon.
You know, it's a most amazing thing how we grew this race in numbers over the last few years. From about 500-600 2 years ago, this year we said we need to get to 2,000. I was a bit skeptical myself, but we did it. So I think we can put ourselves now as one of the major races on the continent.
Runners arrived in their droves by bus, by car, on foot, land and air.
England, Scotland, Namibia,
Zambia,
Zimbabwe,
Australia,
England,
Korea!
Some really went to great lengths to make sure they didn't miss this marathon.
The beginning of our ride was a canter truck from Chapata to Lusaka, over 10 hours in the back of a truck. In the dark, we arrived in the freezing cold, at 3 a.m. in Lusaka.
Then they got to me in my village, and then to get out of my village, we sat in the back of a pickup truck with like 20 giant bags of charcoal. So we were sitting like above the car.
It was like being on a weird safari.
But with no animals.
No animals.
Bye! We'll see you tomorrow.
The route is fairly flat, so very fast for the front runners. But the hills and climbs are very, very sneaky and can, to put it mildly, have an odd effect on even the most professional looking runners.
I'm trying very hard not to scream right now. If I scream, please, don't get scared.
At least he warned us, because when he did scream, it sounded like he was being stomped on by an elephant.
Deep breath.
It turned out to be a little less severe.
I'm cramping bad. I will finish this race.
A quick look at the route reveals world-class terrain, a series of flats, hills, and some really special moments along the way. The marathon route is unique in that it runs through 2 countries. As you hop over the bridge into Zambia, the rumbling sounds of the falls, the sun rising above the smoke that thunders, and the occasional spray is an unforgettable start to an unforgettable marathon.
I think one of the highlights of the half was running over the Vic Falls. It was absolutely beautiful. It was mind-boggling.
Like there's that morning breeze that is there in the morning, and usually that's when it catches us from like you breathing from a refrigerator, you know, things like that.
On the left-hand side of you is the Mosi Ua Tunya, which will be spraying on top of you, keeping you nice and cool. Most awesome scenery down that way. If you look up to the right, you'll be seeing the Vic Falls Hotel. You'll then go across the bridge and turn around at the Zambian border post, and then come back and have another opportunity of enjoying this most awesome experience of running over the Vic Falls Bridge before you go up through the border post and right into the Zambezi Drive Wildlife Welcome. You're going to get into some territory of elephants, buffalo, warthog, bushbuck, kudu, impala. This is where we bumped into a wild elephant male while we were marking the course, which is quite exciting stuff. So awesome area to be running through for anybody.
Zambezi Drive, early in the morning, it's fantastic, it's nice and cool, it's very scenic, but you do have to be careful, as the sign says, of what else might be there. Known to most runners as Baobab Alley, this little piece of road along the river behind me. Fantastic place to run in the mornings, but as you can see, other animals run here as well, so you've got to keep your eyes open. This is the entrance to the Zambezi National Park. We're lucky enough to do a 3.5 kilometer loop into the park. Amazing piece of land this. This is 50,000 hectares upstream of the falls and the most beautiful stretches of the Zambezi ever. Back through town, through the suburbs, and then off to finish at the school on the Kazimgula Road for the half marathon. The full marathon repeats the same lap again and also finishes at the schools. And then the 7.5K fun run also runs along here and then ends up basically at the school in town.
Coming to Africa to run a marathon is a huge highlight for many runners. Even the baboons come out for the show. The warthogs don't want to be left out and make a regular appearance, as well as other larger animals to make sure you finish with a very good time.
Absolutely fantastic scenery. We managed to see an elephant by the big tree who wasn't too happy to see all the runners coming past, but got the blood pumping and improved my time by about 10 minutes.
Being here gives you the chance to run a world-class marathon and to experience everything that goes with it.
So we've had a huge increase on our numbers of entrants this year, and what an awesome destination to come to, Victoria Falls. You get to run the most awesome event, and then afterwards you've got access to all these amazing products in this area. You can go on a sunset cruise, which is free booze and snacks. You can go whitewater rafting, helicopter flights above the falls. There is a smorgasbord of activities here. Even for the clinically insane, you can go and jump off a gorge into the gorge swing or bungee jump off a perfectly stable bridge. There's something here for everybody.
And if all the adrenaline stuff is not enough, runners can pop across to Botswana to experience the magnificent Chobe National Park. View game from the river's edge and experience magnificent bird life. If that's still not enough, you'll be dazzled by the incredible and endless choice of amazing crafts, art and handiwork from all over Africa, some with a well-told story to go with it.
Right, Africa, as I present them, we're just witnessing 3 women from Masvingo, Zimbabwe, who's stamping at the same motor. And that mom grinding some peanuts to make peanut butter, the babe on the back, that is Penalonga Manika Land, Zimbabwe. That's a gentleman from Ghana chopping wood and drinking local beer. Chaka Zulu who's dancing with a spear and a shield from South Africa. And then there comes a black mamba from Malawi, fighting a chicken from
The
Burundi.
stories of the African continent are inspiring and entertaining, but also spare thought for the African elephants, as their population is declining at a rate faster than ever before. If this continues, there could be no elephants left in Africa within 10 years.
There is a serious problem going on in Africa as a whole. Every 15 minutes in Africa we lose an elephant, and we lose about 2 rhino every day in southern Africa. If we don't join forces, it's going to be too late. Times have got so desperate like this that we really need to sit up and pay attention.
Let us do what we can to save these incredible animals. The Kingdom Hotel hosts a huge number of competitors each year and creates an exciting environment for runners to register and share stories.
This will be my 6th time. Yeah, I'm hoping I can be one of those people that can say I've run it 10 times, I've run it 15 times.
For fun and a family affair. And you get to look good.
Yeah.
Very excited. We're collecting all the prizes. They're going to be the winners in the complete categories.
I just love the atmosphere. For me, it's just fun. Like it doesn't feel like a stressful race. Like already I'm like so excited about the route and crossing the bridge and everything.
We just thought we would come and run and see what happens.
Yeah. It just is an experience to remember.
The walk.
We saw some buffaloes on the route yesterday, so we're a little bit worried about that.
No worries. Actually, we'll be happy to see 1 or 2 elephants on the way.
We are not scared of the elephants.
They won't try.
They will run away.
We just signed a contract with them.
The elephant is more friendly. We can play with elephants. Lions, no.
You just have to run faster than the people around you and then you'll be fine.
One of this year's competitors has an interesting claim to fame.
My name is Econet Sianga. I'm from Lusaka, Zambia, the strongest man in the world.
Akenda had 2 heart valves replaced in 2002 and has since amazed people with his physical health and incredibly fast times. Akenda is also very excited about his next marathon.
Out of 200 plus applicants, they have selected me to go and represent the world in the United States of America.
The town of Victoria Falls is kept clean by its people, and especially Environment Africa, who has a lot of local volunteers to make sure that they keep the surrounding areas free of litter.
Okay, our organization has been chosen as one of the charities to benefit from the Econet Victoria Falls Marathon this year. We've had the pre-marathon cleanup today, where the youth have cleaned the route, and obviously to showcase how beautiful our town is. And post the marathon, we will also be doing another sweep.
Many of these volunteers will also run the race and are planning to motivate everyone they can to cross the finish line.
Team motivation. We're very young and energetic.
Come on.
You can do that.
With the world fast becoming a global village, getting to Vic Falls is as easy as singing and dancing. And with the expansion of the airport set for completion before the end of 2015, there is expected to be a huge influx of new tourism into the falls.
We are over the moon. There's so much interest globally. There's so much interest from everywhere about this product. And we are happy to say any aircraft can come and land at Victoria Falls International Airport. We are going to increase the tourist arrivals here, and that obviously increases revenue for the country. Very excited, we can't wait. We are roaring to go as we market this product.
The Civil Aviation Authority of Zimbabwe have sponsored a water table and are just as excited about the marathon.
Half of our employees are participating. We'll give you water on the watering point, and we'll play music and we'll cheer the runners and say hello. We can't wait, we're excited.
Sunday morning, and as the sun rises, the runners gather.
Welcome to the Victoria Falls Econet Marathon. We're about to kick off on the full marathon, down over the bridge through the mist of the mighty Zambezi River. So guys, have a fantastic run out there. Keep an eye out for the elephants, buffalo and lion. That should get you your personal best time. Have a great time out there.
The turnout is just amazing. This is possibly one of our biggest marathon ever.
We're happy to be here, and good luck to the boys.
Very nervous but excited. Looking forward to the run. It's going to be a good day.
Apparently there's lots of elephants, buffaloes en route. So we've got all the game scouts protecting all the runners. So hopefully whilst running, people will get to view some wildlife too.
3, 2, 1.
The full marathon competitors head down the main street towards the border post and the spectacular views from the bridge. Rangarirai Barani sprinted ahead to be able to spend some time as the leader in this amazing race. Over the bridge, back into Zimbabwe and down along Zambezi Drive, a group of about 15 runners headed off as the lead pack. In this pack, last year's winner Nkosiyasi Sibanda in the white and Potiphar Dombojana in the green, both from Zimbabwe, were looking strong. The pack was made up of Zimbabweans, Tanzanians and Zambians. Early on in the ladies' full marathon, two runners clearly stood out. Sharon Muriki of Tanzania and Tabitha Tsatsa of Zimbabwe were already well ahead of the pack and were going to be hard to catch. The half marathon was about to kick off but had a slight delay.
Okay guys, as I said, we might have a delay. There's some elephants crossing the road just down the bottom of the hill here. So please be careful. You could get squashed. 8, 7.
Their excitement at the start was impossible to contain. They sprinted off towards the Zambian border post and over the bridge. The leaders raced past the Tingamera water point, taking as much water as they could, critical this early on in the race. At this stage, the front runners are made up of 3 Zimbabweans: Isaac Mpofu, Munjarat Jari, Elijah Mapunu, and leading in the green, Tanzanian Panyuwa Mkungo. Panyol and Munjarats kept on breaking away, but last year's winner Elijah Mapunu and Isaac Mpofu were having none of it, and Elijah took the lead. He stayed ahead until the hills near the Victoria Falls Safari Lodge, which then began to take their toll on Elijah as he slowly fell behind. Panyol and Munjarats made another break, and this time seemed unstoppable, making it a two-way race. Panyol looked strong, but Munjarats sat right on his heels. With less than a kilometer to go, Munjarats bolted ahead with a very strong break. Panyol could only watch as Munjarats used all his reserves to sprint over the finish line, only 6 seconds ahead of Panyol in a super exciting finish. Zimbabwe first, Tanzania second. The winning time of 1:05:45 was only 15 seconds slower than last year. A fantastic race with a very fast winning time. In the ladies' half marathon, Constance Nyasange and Rutenda Myahora took an early lead and looked to be unstoppable. Constance took second place last year and this year raced ahead, taking 3 minutes off her time from last year and coming through the finish in a very fast 1:17:14. Rutendo was very happy with her second place. The top 10 finishers in the ladies' half marathon all go to Zimbabweans. The 7.5-kilometer Econet Fun Run saw 650 participants in very high spirits as they waited for the starter's command. Finally, they could wait no longer, and almost double last year's number of runners headed off along the route, which takes them along Zambezi Drive and then makes its way back up towards the finish at the school.
And today is such a wonderful day. For insurance business, you want your people to be in good health, and what a way to start it by a nice fun run. You had families in there, you had groups. I saw an old school boys group running. I saw families, I saw small kids below 12. It was wonderful.
It's going very well. We're having fun here and everybody else is happy.
Woo! Where's the drink?
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, it's marvelous. Good, eh?
It's going fine. Where are you from? Vic Falls. Vic Falls, yeah.
I wish I had gone for the 42.
Can I get 10? I'm tired.
The Death Labs rub-down area was a hit amongst the runners.
Now we are just, working on muscle cramps and just trying to manage, injuries and then relax. So it has been good.
And back now with the ladies' full marathon. The young Tanzanian runner Sharon Muruki and veteran Tabitha Tsatsa of Zimbabwe were already well ahead of the rest of the field. By the 10-kilometer mark, there was already 2 minutes between first and second. Sharon had taken a gamble and pushed way ahead to keep Tabitha off her heels. But Tabitha is a very experienced runner with a personal best of 2:29. She is far from finished and chases hard. Entering into the second lap of the national park, Sharon had definitely slowed down. Tabitha pushed herself forward, showing no signs of slowing down. With 5 kilometers to go, Tabitha is well ahead and has built up a gap of almost 5 minutes to take a comfortable win in a time of 2:49.44. Sharon took a very well-deserved second place. Her training with the Holili Youth Athletics Club, high in the foothills of Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, have had huge payoffs, and a bright future is ahead for her. Back with the men's full marathon, and the lead car has spotted some wildlife on the side of the road. The lead pack made their way towards the first lap in the national park with no clear leader. But the national park, with its windy roads and tight turns, gives Potiphar Bondajena the opportunity to move ahead. By the time they leave the national park, the front group has dwindled to 9 runners, and Potiphar is determined to stay ahead. Up the hills towards Victoria Falls Safari Lodge, and Potiphar drops back. Last year's winner in white, Nkosiyazi Sibanda, looks very comfortable. He's aiming for his 4th consecutive victory in the Victoria Falls Marathon. The route heads back through town, past the start point. Peter Tumbare stretches his legs as he breaks free from the pack. But he is quickly reeled in, and by the 24-kilometer mark, Potiphar is back in the lead and trying to shake off the others. However, during the second lap in the national park, Nkosiyazi Sibanda and Milan Matende are not holding back and increase the pace. Coming up the long uphill, and Potiphar knows he is in trouble. Nkosiyazi won the race on this hill last year, and it looks like he might do the same today. Milan knows Nkosiyazi is a strong finisher and is fighting hard to stay with him. With 2 kilometers to go, Nkosiyazi looks very comfortable and surges forward. He flies through the finish line for his 4th consecutive victory.
The winner of the full marathon, Econet Vic Falls Marathon, Nkosiyazi Sibanda from Zimbabwe.
Milan Matende still seemed to have loads of energy as he flew through the finish line, with Potiphar taking a well-deserved 3rd place. The top 10 is made up of 8 Zimbabweans and 2 Zambians. The Victoria Falls Marathon has been a fantastic experience for runners from all ends of the earth. Even those who don't run joined in on the fun to help create those amazing memories. It brings people together in a happy, healthy, energetic environment to connect anybody and everybody. And it doesn't end there. Afterwards, jump on a river cruise to share the day's memories and create more. The sun sets and the party goes into the night to round off this marathon experience second to none. Econet, proud sponsors of the 2015 Econet Victoria Falls Marathon. Econet, inspired to change your world.